Hello, how's it going? Well, we could probably all agree that security plays an important part in our lives. We have security on our phones, whether it be the fingerprint scanner, the FaceTime unlock, or even just a good old-fashioned PIN code. We also have security in our homes. We have deadbolts, we have locks on our doors, we have wireless security cameras, we have motion detectors, all the crazy security measures to help prevent intruders from getting in, also to alert us if an intruder does break in. What these security systems do is help buy us time so we can escape if they're an intruder so we don't get harmed. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about a lock. It's a keyless entry system. Here, we're going to do the unboxing. I'll show you how to install a deadbolt. It's fairly simple. We'll also show you how to remove a existing deadbolt. It's not a hard process, and I'll show you the features of this WeLock keyless system. And true story, I actually got a call from my wife one day. She was distraught because she actually locked the key in the house. Even though we have a Vivid wireless system, it's only for the internal doors, but it still required a key to actually get from the external doors, so she was locked out of the house. I did have to pay $100 for a locksmith, so that was a lesson learned to either keep a key on you, or maybe getting this wireless keypad system would have saved us $100, and we could have just been able to use the keypad. Alright, let's go and check this out. So the WeLock box is a really nice box. I really like the design, and it kind of gives you some information about the company right here. Let's go and get this open. Okay, let's go and open up the top here. So it looks like we got the instruction manuals right here. And we got some 3M stick tape. And we also have an extended warranty. Very, very cool. And here's the lock itself. So there's that keypad right there. It looks like we got a QR code. We'll go ahead and check out this QR code here. And here's the little pin to activate the deadbolt. And it also looks like we got some keys as well. And I just dropped something. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see what's in this little box. Probably the hardware. So little tools and an Allen wrench. And the most important part is the deadbolt itself. And they gave us some mounting hardware and some screws as well. Alright, let's go and show you how to get this installed. For this example, we're going to actually replace the doorknob here of my bedroom door. So there's actually 4 screws to remove. 2 here for the external faceplate, and we got 2 right here that holds the actual deadbolt. Just get a Phillips screwdriver. If you are using a power drill, I do recommend turning the strength all the way down to about 2 or 4, so we don't strip out the screws. It doesn't take much torque to turn these, so you don't have to over tighten this. If you do, you could damage the lock. We're going to go ahead and remove the little faceplate here. Okay, so I got the first screw almost out. Now, one thing you want to do is just kind of hold the back here, because this 2 screws are actually holding the entire lock assembly. Okay, so I have it almost out. You can see that the lock is almost ready to come out here. So just a few more twists. Okay, see what happens if you don't hold it? It falls to the ground. And it breaks in a million pieces. I'm just kidding. Alright, so here's the doorknob part. You can see the 2 long screws and the assembly. Go ahead and remove the back part. So we can either keep this, or if it's damaged, just throw it away. And let's go ahead and take a look at my door. Okay, so next we gotta remove this part, and it's held on by 2 Phillips screws right here. Alright, let's go and remove this faceplate. There we go, just comes right off. If you want to keep your existing doorknob and you want to just add a deadbolt, it's actually a pretty simple process. The installation is very same, but you will have to get your drill to drill this cutout here and also drill the hole right here. But I'll show you the measurements. So basically, US standard, you get about 6 to 8 inches above the center of your doorknob right here. So you measure up. Also, for the bottom, you can also do that as well. You do about 44 inches from the bottom of your door all the way up to the top. Those are just the standard measurements for the US. For the back set, it's about 2 3/8 inches or about 2 3/4 inches. Anywhere between that. And make sure that when you get your drill set, make sure it's nice and center. So I do recommend getting a level for your drill. Some drills do have a built-in level, and it's very important to drill straight through. And one tip is actually drill partial in, and you drill from the other side so you don't split the wood of your door. That's just a quick tip, is don't always drill all the way through the wood. Just do part of it, and then come from the back side and finish it up. Okay, so we're going to take a 1-inch spade bit to drill out the hole for the locking mechanism. Now this is very crucial, is we're going to take the locking mechanism and we're going to outline the surface area of the metal bracket. Now we're going to chisel out the excessive wood so the metal bracket sits flush with the door. I do recommend carving out some of the wood so it doesn't splinter, and just take time to chisel out the wood so it's a flush installation. Once you have that all done, we're going to go ahead and install the smart lock. There is a little up icon to let you know how the deadbolt should be installed. And install our locking mechanism. So one important thing is make sure it's like this, not like this, because if you install like this, when you close the door, it's not going to be able to lock on itself. So just kind of rotate 180 degrees and you should be good to go. Let's go ahead and take our actual lock. Now, one thing that this thing has is a little silver sleeve. Make sure it goes over like the little pin right here. And there's 2 little screws. We can go ahead and remove those. Okay, so this part with the keypad is actually going to go on the outside of the door, and the inside is going to be this component right here. So make sure it's like this. So what they do is they gave you some 3M stick tape you can actually put on the back here, like this, and it gives you a nice clean look, and you just kind of paint it over. Okay, let's go ahead and install the handle. So there's a flat part and there's more of like an oval shape. So the flat part points down towards the ground and you can see that it rotates. This is your handle. Now, one thing to remember is this thing has like a little kind of like offset. Make sure it matches with this offset. And you can also install your 3mm backing and paint this later. Alright, just continue to screw in until it's almost snug, not too snug, because next we're going to try to level out this backing. You get a little level and make sure it's nice and true to the door. Gives it a nice clean look. I won't worry too much about this because you're going to just paint this. So once you paint it, it's not going to really affect how this looks. Now the most important thing is to make sure we lit the lockup assembly so this can actually go inside the little groove here. Like that. And we're going to go and adjust this back plating as well. Make sure it's nice and level on both sides. Okay, so it looks like everything's all squared up. Let's go and tighten down these screws. Just do even tightening on both sides so we don't have uneven pressure. And it doesn't have to be super tight, just so it's snug. Let's see if our lock works. See? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the existing door jamb, but they do provide you a new one. Just remove this kind of like plastic protecting. It kind of helps protect the silver finish. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and install 4 AAA batteries. So what you have to do is remove this little rubber flap here. And you see that there's 3 little screws. Go ahead and take your provided Allen wrench and remove the 3 screws. So next, to remove the actual battery cover, just rotate this 180 degrees. There's a little groove right up here. Just take your guitar pick. And the battery cover just opens up. Now we can install our 4 AAA batteries. orientation of the batteries, there's actually a little plus and negative. Just kind of follow it. And there's also bumps here, so you can actually know that the bumps goes with the flat side of the battery, and the little flat side goes with the bumpy side of the battery. Put our screws back in. Okay, so let's say, for example, that you lost a key, and for some odd reason the batteries died. Well, you have a backup. So not included, you can get a little external battery pack with a micro USB cord. And if you open up the little flap here, there's actually a little micro USB right here. You can actually insert it. And now we can bypass the dead AAA batteries and still use the keypad. So this is a kind of cool little backup if in case you lost the key and also the AAA batteries died. More than likely it won't happen because the unit will let you know when you need to replace the AAA batteries. But that's a cool little safety feature. Keep in mind is you can still use the key without having to use the batteries or if they're dead. So that's just something to remember. Okay, so it looks like we're all set up. The batteries are installed. Let's go and set up a passcode and see how well this works. Alright, take a look at this. Do you guys understand this workflow? It's actually pretty simple, but I'll definitely walk you through it. So this is the first time I'm setting up, so the default passcode will be 1234556. But if you've already done the passcode, you would have to put in your own administration passcode. So let's go ahead and set a passcode for the first time. Keep in mind that your passcode has to be anywhere from 6 to 12 digits long. Let's go and try this. So the first thing we're going to do is just push the lock button to wake up the keypad. We'll press it again and put in our default password, which is 1234556. We'll press the lock button again. Now it's flashing and it's ready for a passcode. Let's go ahead and just put in my passcode. And then we'll push the lock button. And now it's going to have me do it one more time to make sure I got the correct passcode. Alright, so it looks like it's all ready to go. So let's see if this works. Right now it's locked and you can see that this isn't moving. Let's go and try the passcode. So press the key lock to wake up the keypad. And now we'll put in our passcode. Now, you see it's working now. Very, very nice. Super simple. I like the fact that you just twist the handle. There's no motorized mechanism, so the battery should last a long time since it's not driving a motor to actuate the pin. Okay, so one nice thing is you can actually add up to 9 different customized user passwords. So for example, you want to use this at like a workplace, you can have up to 9 employees have their own individualized passcodes. Keep in mind that it has to be anywhere from 6 to 12 digits long, and you get one administration passcode. So let me just show you how to set that up. So we're going to press the lock button, and now the keypad's waking up. Let's go and push the lock again and put in my passcode for the administration. And press the lock button. Now we're going to go and press 1. And now it's ready for the user passcode. And let's go and do it again. Alright, so it's ready to go. Let's go and try that. Let's go and use the user passcode. And now you can see that the deadbolt's working fine. And it just takes a few seconds and it will automatically lock. Now it's locked. Now let's go and use the administration passcode. We're good to go. See? It's working. And after a few seconds, it will self-lock again. Very, very cool. Pretty simple lock. I like the fact that it's really easy to use and there's multiple backup systems. You can use the key or you can even use the external battery in case your AAA batteries are dead and that you don't have your key on you. Some additional features of this lock. One of the features is you can set the duration when it auto locks. You can do from 0 to 9 seconds, which is a nice touch. Another thing you can do is vacation mode. So if you're on vacation and you're going in and out the door a lot, you can actually disable the lock so it just keeps it unlocked really nice feature. And lastly, you can turn off the vacation mode and you can silence the little tones. Keep in mind that only the administration password has the ability to use these features. So the user passwords, you cannot access these features. The last thing is restore factory defaults. Basically, once you put in the administration passcode, the default passcode is 123456, and all the settings go back to the factory defaults. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a lot of crazy product reviews. I do a lot of cool vacuum reviews as well. So stay tuned because I got a lot of great products. And thanks again, WeLock, for sending me out this unit in exchange for a review. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.